Welcome back to The Way We Farm. Mother Nature went from 70s and 80s here a couple weeks ago to 40s and 50s. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 46, I think, and the wind's going to blow like 30 miles an hour. Right now, we got 28-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I had to step in the cab of our 400 just to get out of the wind to talk about winter wheat. So do you grow winter wheat? Do you know much about it? In Western New York, I think the sweet spot to plant wheat is the 20th of September to the 10th of October. You can plant it before that. You can plant it much later than that. But for me, I think that's the sweet spot for yield and stuff. We bought this 400 case tractor back in January or December. We bought this drill air seeder. I don't know if they call it an air drill, air seeder. We bought this 1990 is the model number. I think it's like a 2005 model. Bought it from a guy in Pennsylvania. It's got markers. It's got scales. We planted some alfalfa seedings with it this summer. We put in a bunch of wheat for ourselves and other guys. We were very fortunate. Some of our neighbors called us up, had them plant wheat. So we got some wheat in. It's all planted. It's in. The cover crops that we're going to do with it are planted. So this summer, Troy did a radish, buckwheat, and clover mix that's doing really well. We broadcast some oats on some of that ground, a little bit of wheat on some of it. The cover crops look phenomenal. We really like this air seeder. Very efficient, very nice. Every time we buy a new piece of equipment, we're always amazed and happy with the extra efficiency we gain. So watch the video. We got some drone shots, some regular shots. We might talk a little bit about it. I didn't remember what we taped, but the wheat's all in. It's all growing. Looks good. Thank you for all our customers for letting us plant some. And if you grow wheat, leave me a comment. We're disappointed around here if we don't get 80 to 100 bushel wheat. But sometimes it's not so good, but that's our goal. Anything below 80, I'm really disappointed. Really tough to top 100. At our home farm this year, we had some hit 100, but we planted around 120 to 150 pounds an acre of wheat seed. Sometimes we use certified, sometimes we keep a little bit of select seed, but we try to grow certified. It seems to do better. So leave the comments. Thanks for watching. Always a great week to feed the world. And let me know about your wheat experience.
Man, is it dry. Making the first pass of winter wheat behind the soybeans. There's actually a little bit of moisture in that ground. I don't know if we're getting it in deep enough. It's probably in about 1 inch deep. That's what we're shooting for. Man, it ain't gonna do a lot if we don't get some rain, but we had some spots there. We left some soybeans where I came back in and replanted with the 60-30 where the woodchucks ate. They're just too green and it's not worth waiting a couple weeks for them. So we're just gonna drive them over, and that's a nice rig. Last day of September, Troy's drilling wheat with the 400. It's gonna be 75 degrees today. Slight breeze out of the northeast. It literally doesn't get any better than this. Leaves are just starting to turn colors here in Western New York. Listen to that thing purr. Somebody said, is that overkill on this air seeder? Nope. It's perfect on there. It doesn't burn much fuel. It rides well. It doesn't leave much compaction with the wide tires. Love it. So we're trying to finish planting wheat. Yesterday would have been the 3rd of October, and for ourselves, then we got some custom work to do. And Troy got down to this corner of the field, tractor was beeping, looked back, I had a blown hose. So here's 2 45-foot hoses. There's a barrel of hydraulic oil, special Case IH oil. We don't know how much exactly we lost, but too darn much. So the hoses run from up here at the tractor, where those 2 covers are open, all the way back through the frame to the motor that runs the fan in the back. So they're 45 feet long. We're going to replace both of them while we're at it. We're going to put a whole pile of new oil in here, and hopefully today we finish drilling our wheat. Then we're going to go start drilling some cover crops. So yep, not every day is perfect in Western New York, but we've loved the air seeder. We've loved having this tractor on it. Just need a little bit of maintenance. So it's still winter wheat drilling season. We're gonna go plant some for my brother today. So Troy put a bunch more of these Needham ag wheels on. They're softer, narrower rubber. And we went with the narrower spiked gauge wheels. So 400's ready to go. Did a bunch of work. We had planted some clover for a guy the other day, so we had to switch the bottom doors out in the drill. And John Deere air seeder, that's a bit of a trick. Come on over here in the dirty shop. So we bought, these are the small seed wheels. So these little, you change the whole door in the bottom, and there's the little wheels right there. So every run has got, every one of these splits off to 2 tubes on the air seeder, front gang and back gang, so you could shut one gang off if you're planting like 15-inch soybeans. So we switched them last night. She's ready to go. We had a hose blow the other day and got everything covered in oil, but we put 2 new 45-foot hoses on her back to the motor. She's filthy, but we got a little sprinkle yesterday, so we had time to work on the drill. It's still really dry here, but we're gonna go get some custom work done. One of these days it's gonna start raining for real.
Whoa, what's going on today? It's October, Friday the 13th, but that's okay. I'm not that superstitious. Well, a little bit. I'm drilling cover crop wheat. There's Troy in the 9670. He's combining soybeans. These are actually his soybeans in this field. So he's cutting away. We're trying to get the cover crop in. Chance of rain. I say in Western New York, we're always fighting the rain. So we're trying to beat the rain. The beans aren't overly dry. It's damp, it's cloudy. We had a heavy dew, light frost. So I'm drilling the cover crop. He's running the big dog, and we're gonna get some drone footage. And it's one of them days. The soybeans, we didn't get really started till almost 2 o'clock, but there's only 44 acres in this field. If we can get that done, we're gonna try to get the combine home and put in the shop tonight. We're 9 miles from home, and hopefully we'll get her home before it's pitch black out, and we can do some work on it, service it up over the weekend. And I'd like to get this big drill home and in the shop too, but there's only so many hours in the day. Somebody's got to run a load or 2 of beans to the mill, so we'll see how it goes. Follow along. Thanks for watching. Oh no! I thought I hit the auto steer, but I didn't. Oops. So I was too busy trying to get a video. I forgot to hit the auto steer. We have a little gap in our cover crop wheat, but that's okay. We'll blame it on Tom. So we're literally chasing Troy in the combine, trying to get the cover crop wheat drilled before the rain this weekend. Looking good, Troy. So here's a radish that somehow escaped the spray this year. Look at the size of that thing. The cutter head cut it off, but oh my gosh, that thing's massive. Time to put some more cover crops in.